Hello, Dan, with Fraley Construction and Design. Wynn here with Ring and SEO and Digital Marketing. First of all, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to make this short custom video that Tony promised with tips and tricks on how you can increase your online presence all on your own and in return bring in better paying customers for the services you prefer the most and they are ready and able to purchase those services. So, whenever I put in Fraley Construction and Design, even from Yelp, this is what I get, Dan. So we're going to go ahead and go to one of your lead competitors and take a look at their website, since all the things I'm going to talk about will apply to you when you get your website back up and going again. So this is Simple Kitchen. I did just put in kitchen remodeling, Columbus, Ohio, since I know that it is a huge thing right now. And I really like their website. I would like to see their services more listed out. I know that you would have more of an opportunity to do that since you're a general contractor and you're going to have a lot more services. For the services, I do recommend having each service that you prefer the most listed out here. And then for each one, you want to have a lot of content. We recommend 1,500 words of content per page that you want to rank for. So your home page, all the service pages. And within that content, you want to have location-specific buyer intent keywords. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean here in just a moment. That way, whenever some of the 8.5 billion people who are searching every single day on Google, who are searching for your exact same services in your exact same area, Google knows exactly who to send them to. And that's exactly what having the most content does, is it really makes you look like an authority on your business, which is really what Google wants. They really want to connect your potential customers with the very best person. So on top of just the content, you also want to have your images saved with the buyer intent keywords, because Google sees not only what we see, but they also see, of course, the back end of websites. So as you can see, they have Simple Kitchen, kitchen remodeling, Columbus, Ohio, which is exactly what I'm talking about. Those exact keywords that you want to be using. Now, if we were doing this, we would actually go through and find the absolute best keywords for you to use. But if you put down the services you think people use the most, that's going to get you a lot farther than not doing anything. So let's go ahead and go look at some numbers, Dan. I'm a numbers person. You probably are too, since you're a business owner. This is Ahrefs. It is a program that we use. It is quite pricey, but it does tell us a lot about websites. And so the two most important things on here are the UR and the DR. Now the UR is their trust with Google, and the DR is their power with Google. Now the way that you get these numbers up higher is through backlinks, and all a backlink is a link on someone else's trusted website that pulls power from them to you. Now as you can see, they have 123 different websites, and they're pulling 561 backlinks. And their UR is considerably higher than their DR. So they have a lot more trust and they have power. And so I know that if these backlinks were better, these numbers would be much closer together, and that's what we call the golden ratio in my business. We ideally want them to be within 1 point of each other, and that way you know that you have the absolute best backlinks you can probably get. Now, the next thing I want to point out to you, Dan, is the amount of traffic that they're getting. They're getting over 1,000 people a month going to their website. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try and tell you that all these people are purchasing from them. But let's say the 1,000 people came, 700 people called, and now that 700 people, they closed 500 of them. What would that look like for your business if you had an extra 500 people booking your services every month? I mean, it would be life-changing for my business. So let's go ahead and go talk about one more thing, Dan. And that is the Google Map Pack, or the Google My Business section. Now, the reason this is important is because it is the absolute first thing that people see when they pull up kitchen remodeling, Columbus, Ohio. And the way you get to the top of this, first of all, is by citations. And all that is your name, address, and phone number across different websites across the web, whether it's social media with Instagram and Facebook, or the Better Business Bureau, or Yelp, or any other thousands of directories that they have. Now you do want to make sure that these are niche relevant, so anything with home and garden, remodeling, any kind of furniture probably might work. And you want to make sure they're as reputable as they can be. You really want them to be good citations, but just getting your name out there is really important. And then also something else that is important is making sure the name, address, and phone number is correct and the same across all the different listings as they are on your Google My Business page. Now, just like in your website, you also want to have images on your Google My Business page. So every time you do a job, just go ahead and upload a few pictures to the Google My Business. Save them like you did on the website with the buyer intent, location-specific keywords. And then you also want to geotag them. That way, Google has no doubt that you are doing exactly what you say you're doing in the area you say you're doing it. Very important. Next, we have the reviews. You, of course, want to get as many 5-star reviews as you possibly can. We do have some tips and tricks we can share with you later on about how to make that easier. If you do get anything less than a 5-star review, try to respond back to that ideally within a day. Google really likes to see you active on your Google My Business and interacting with your customers. And lastly, Dan, we have the business description. Now, you do have up to 750 words you can use for this. You can go to free websites like wordcounter.com to find out how many words you actually do have. And you really want to list out all your services. You really want to list out what makes you different from your local competition. So by utilizing all these things, I think that you would see a dramatic increase in your business. Most of these things are things that you do at once and you don't really have to bother with it again and get a lot more business to you. So I hope that you have a great day, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We really would appreciate some feedback, and thank you so much and take care.